Hi, friends. Welcome to Mama's YouTube channel. Today's Sunday School Read Aloud is a story that you may or may not have heard, and it's called Moses and the Very Big Rescue. And it was written by Tim Thornborough with illustrations by Jennifer Davison. This is a true story from the Bible. You've probably learned to count upwards, 1, 2, 3, 4. But when they fire a rocket into space, or when something amazing is about to happen, we sometimes count downwards, 3, 2, 1. In this true story from the Bible, God counts down to the very big rescue of his people. God's people had a very big problem. Pharaoh was the king of Egypt. He had made them his slaves. They worked all day in the hot sun to make bricks for Pharaoh's buildings. So they cried out to the Lord for help, and God heard them, and he planned a very big rescue. God told Moses, "Go to Pharaoh and tell him, 'Let my people go.'" God said, "I will do amazing things to show him who is really king of the world. Pharaoh will know that I am the one true God." So Moses went. Moses said to Pharaoh, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh said no. Moses said, "Every time you say no, God will send a terrible disaster." But Pharaoh didn't care. His heart was stubborn. His heart was hard. God's great countdown began. 10. Moses held out his staff over the great river Nile, and it turned to blood. But Pharaoh was stubborn. His heart was hard. He would not let them go. 9. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. So God sent thousands of hopping, croaking frogs. 8. "Let my people go," said Moses. But Pharaoh said no, and God sent millions of whining, itching gnats. But Pharaoh was stubborn. His heart was hard. 7. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. So God sent clouds of buzzing, flitting flies. 6. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. So God sent a sickness on the cattle and sheep. But Pharaoh was stubborn. The Lord had hardened his heart. 5. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. So God sent a plague of painful purple pus-filled boils. 4. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. So God sent huge, hurtling, horrible hailstones. 3. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. So God sent swarms of noisy, hungry locusts. 2. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No, no, no," said Pharaoh. So God sent a deep, inky darkness so no one could see anything. But Pharaoh was stubborn. The Lord had hardened his heart. 1. "Let my people go," said Moses. "No," said Pharaoh. And Moses had a sad heart as he left Pharaoh because he knew that the last plague would be terrible. Moses told God's people to get ready to go because that night the Lord would bring death to every house in Egypt. The firstborn son would die. God's people all ate a special meal that night. Blood from the lambs they had eaten was put on the doorposts of their houses. So when the Lord saw the blood, he passed over those houses, and God's people were safe. But in every other house in Egypt there was death and great sadness. Moses said to Pharaoh, "Let my people go." And Pharaoh said, "Yes." God's people set off from Egypt to the land God had promised to them. But Pharaoh was stubborn and his heart was hard. And he chased after God's people with his army and his chariots. "They are trapped by the sea," thought Pharaoh. "I will destroy them all." God had reached the end of his countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Moses held up his staff, and the sea parted before him. All God's people walked through the sea and got safely to the other side. But when Pharaoh and his horses and chariots tried to follow, the sea rushed back and they were drowned. God had rescued his people from Egypt. Moses and the people danced and sang a song together. "There was no one like you, Lord. You do great miracles and wonders. You keep your promises and save your people. Praise the Lord." Book all done. Wow, what a story that was. What did you think about that? Have you ever heard that story before? What was your favorite part about the story? Oh, wow, how interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that. My favorite part, it was when they finally were able to leave Egypt and when God finally rescued them by parting the seas so they could make their way through and then closing the sea on top of Pharaoh and his people. I know it was pretty crazy everything that they had to go through just to get free, huh? I can't believe how stubborn Pharaoh was. Could you? I guess that just goes to show that sometimes God has to intervene and he has to help people. And at least he always comes through with his promises. Isn't that true? Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this read aloud about Moses and his very big rescue. Be sure to stay tuned for lots more read alouds coming soon. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hi, parents. If your little one loves my videos, then please be sure to click the big red subscribe button so you can be notified when I have a brand new video. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.